Welcome to an all-new episode of GVN Breakdown. Today we'll be breaking down Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 trailer. We were not expecting this trailer. I know when the leak dropped, we were hoping we would get it. We got it.
Yeah.
It's different than the one that whatever the convention is going on right now got, because we saw the leak and it is different. Not completely, but you know what it is? It's as different as when San Diego Comic-Con got the Infinity War trailer, and it was the whole Thor landing on the Milano and everything. And then we got it, and none of that shit was in there. So
Yeah.
it was
It's like
kind of
that.
like that. Yeah, it was kind of like that to where it's still exclusive, but they gave a trailer to everybody. That's how it should always work. Don't just tell
It
San
should.
Diego Comic Con they only get a trailer and we just gotta fucking sit on our thumbs, you know? Like it'd be nice to just give it something different, you know? But it did drop, so no need to complain. We got it. They got it. We got it. So we're gonna do a full breakdown of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Now, before we jump into that, I want to introduce my panel, starting off with Trayvon. What up, Trayvon?
Hey, I'm happy to talk about this stuff. This is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to see what everybody thinks about these trailers.
Definitely, because I think me and AJ yelled at you already for your initial thoughts. So we got that out of our systems, Trayvon.
Well,
Um,
I'm gonna repeat it. So yeah.
it's all right. We're just gonna start tallying how many times you make bold predictions of deaths that Marvel is just like, Trayvon, it's not happening. We're just not gonna do that,
I don't
Trayvon.
know what trailers y'all be looking at, but the ones I'll be looking at give me a clear indication of what they are going for here. They might be
It's all right.
playing me, but
Oh,
they're
they
going
are.
for something.
They
They're
are,
going for
because you
something.
definitely said that for both Doctor
You right?
Strange and Hawkeye. And you
Yeah.
were, they got you good. Not only did they not kill Doctor Strange, Trayvon, they gave you numerous different versions of Doctor Strange. They doubled down the other way.
Technically, they did kill a version of him in there.
Yes, but
Technically.
not the one you thought heading into that movie. But next up, the person that does not believe anyone will ever die anytime. Joel, what's going on, Joel?
Well, I just don't look for it. Like if it happens, but I try not to have my heroes die. I prefer they survive most of the time. Shit happens, but I don't like to assume their deaths.
And it's so crazy because as we get into this trailer, there's no weirder feeling, Trayvon, than like watching Endgame and seeing Stark put together this whole process of going back in time. And now Kang is arriving and there's no Stark. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to remind people that feel as though, and I'm not saying this is you, but I know a lot of people feel as though superhero movies, you need to feel the weight of it, right? Like
Right.
everyone can't always live, right? But I would tell people in comics, they used to kill heroes only to bring them back, right? So how about we just not kill them? You know what I'm saying? Like, because you
Yeah,
won't like
I
if they
mean,
bring them
that might
back, so
work.
just stop killing them.
yeah.
Um,
That's how you avoid it in right now. Like, you just don't kill
right.
them off.
You
So you
just
don't have
don't
to
kill
like
them.
explain bringing them back, right?
Right. Because to me, you're about to enter the golden age of the MCU. Because you have everybody, you have everything and everyone. And now that you have everything and everyone, the most important pieces are off the board. Like,
But
you already got Chris Hemsworth talking about, yeah, the ending is on its way. Bitch, I think not. I'm not about to lose my Thor after losing Captain America. I'm sorry, Steve Rogers, because Sam is Captain America. I'm sorry. After losing Steve Rogers and Iron Man. Nah, fuck
Yeah.
out of here. You better figure it out. Figure that shit out. You notice Mark Ruffalo been quiet. He know better. Shut the fuck up, put that suit on, and be the Hulk, right? But all right, let's jump into Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. This is our breakdown, everyone. So
Yeah.
we're not going to watch it with the audio on. It's just our breakdown.
what? I'm out.
So I'm curious, guys. Let's start it over again. Hold on. Let's start it over again. We're going to break this down together. All right. So, Trayvon, I told Joel when we were together in the car, I think, let me bring it back a little bit. I think this right here is a misdirection. And what I mean by that is, I think,
I told him I think he's a misdirection.
and I told Joel, shut up. But I think I think these seats are filled, right? In the actual movie. But
Okay,
there's
yeah.
different members now. So instead of kind of skewing it to seem like, oh, there's only this many left, you just only have Quill there. You know what I'm saying? Because I kind of feel like this movie does end with new faces, or the idea that they're opening it up for new faces going forward.
Okay.
But damn, do I love these suits. Oh my god.
They look good. The suits do look good.
Oh man, if only James Gunn could change Star-Lord's helmet to be more comic accurate. That one, that the helmet that Peter Quill has that goes with that suit is my favorite helmet of Peter Quill's ever.
Oh.
The movie one sold me for the look of just the jacket and shirt. I didn't mind that look. But once these suits come, that helmet that he has, that's my all-time favorite.
It's basically the same mask, except it has like a head cover.
It's just styled differently. Like even the eyes are styled a little differently. So no, it's not drastic. You're right. It's not drastic. This right here was a little off to me, even though I think it was in the Guardians holiday special. Does it sound weird that I'm still not used to any other ship but the Milano?
No, I'm not either. I'm like, what is this monstrosity?
I don't like the changing of ships. I very much miss the Milano. Am I the only one?
I miss it, but I get it
too. But it's fine. You know,
this was not bad.
Upgrade,
no,
up. I don't know what it's supposed to be.
I don't think any of these ships are bad. The Milano was always a staple. You know, was always, or their original design was always their staple. They
need a new ship.
No, I mean, you know what I took it as, Trayvon? You know how like Marvel with certain characters, each movie they have a different look, right? Whether it's an alteration of their suit or a brighter version or whatever. Mm-hmm. So for them with the Guardians, it's changing the ships apparently. So,
look how big it is too.
Right, cool. Yeah, it's massive. You know, it's the equivalent of a mansion in space. That's what it is. That shit is. It's almost quadruple the size of the Milano. That shit is ridiculous.
Why do they need that much space?
There's a lot more of them too.
Who knows? Not so many more, Joel, that you need a ship almost 4 times the size. Like, goddamn.
It's a ship, and how many people are on the team now? You're only missing Gamora now.
5, right? Yeah, because Gamora makes 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now with the dog, it's 8.
So that's what you know who I forgot? You know who I forgot? Well, I didn't count the dog. What's the dog's name?
Cosmo.
Because Cosmo is a dog. It could literally just stay anywhere. So I didn't count Cosmo. But I forgot Kraglin. That's who I forgot.
Yeah, Star-Lord, Drax, Rocket, Groot, Mantis, Nebula.
Because I assume Groot and Rocket probably sleep in the same room. I doubt they have separate rooms.
Maybe.
Does this ship kind of look like the one from the game, the Guardians game? Or was that the Milano?
No, it was the Milano.
It was the Milano? Okay.
It had its own unique look too, though.
I don't even remember. I
didn't remember. But I do want to say shout out to James Gunn, because this ship definitely landed on houses. like motherfuckers, look at that.
I thought it was Earth. I was like, wow, that's ballsy.
That's what it looked like at first.
You're like, whoa. Yeah, once they get out, you're like, what is this place?
Technically, I mean, it's not like they couldn't do that. They could land on Earth if they wanted to, I guess.
They could, right? Yeah. They could. We just saw it. We just saw it in the Guardian special.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
they definitely could.
Do this though.
No, what Joel's saying is open property damage is ballsy. That's very
parking on a street like that without cloaking.
Look at them, man. Balls. And so here it is, Joel. Wait, let me go back a second. So you see Groot without it?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, that was my issue. I was telling Joel Trayvon in the comics, Groot also wears the uniform.
Oh, okay.
So it very much bothered me that everybody has it. Groot was just like, fuck out of here.
I think it's funny that Nebula's wearing it.
I like that Nebula's wearing it because there's no
the team, which is funny to me, honestly.
Well, she was always part of.
I know, but like she's more like the rebel of the team. Like I just don't see her conforming. Like, that's
definitely conformed.
Hell no.
Well, I'll say this: I don't think she acquiesces to Peter as much as everybody else does. But she very much understands that she doesn't run shit. Like this is Peter's team. It's Peter's ship.
She very well
Yeah.
could.
The uniforms they're definitely not like the Guardians of the Galaxy.
100%. 100%. And this is a specific comic run for people out there. They don't always have these suits all over the comics for Guardians.
No.
This is
you
specific
can get these
artist
suits in the game too.
Yeah, this is a specific artist that gave them these looks. What are you saying, Trayvon?
You said this makes them this suit like symbolizes Guardians of the Galaxy. They are the worst Guardians.
That's the point, though. That's the point, though. But
oh my god,
to Joel's point, though, what this does symbolize, Trayvon, to be fair, because you're absolutely right, they are like the best of the worst, right? But what this symbolizes is, to Joel's point, is the maturity of the team, right? So where now they're not looked at as the fuck ups of the galaxy. They are looked at as the protectors.
This is them like maturing. Because like the last time we saw them, it was not even far off from each other. It was 1 and 2 right next to each other. There wasn't a lot of time in between.
And they still weren't a full team in Guardians.
They were barely known.
No, I mean in the aspect of they were still arguing amongst each other.
Right.
No one was really willing to. Well, no, I'm saying more so like no one was ready to fully give in to Peter being their leader. Like it was still very much so. Nah, fuck you, dog. Now it's more so he's like the dad of the group, and everyone respects him as such, you know. And they kind of just
someone the respect is a
petty thought. I just
strong word.
So I don't like. Okay, I need somebody. You know, I don't need like a mob doing this, but I need somebody be like, you did this to us, to Peter, because it's his fault. And I want somebody
no
to
one's
know
gonna
that.
do that.
No one knows that though, Trayvon.
They should though. They need to know that.
Why would they?
Ant-Man should have told it in his podcast.
He wasn't there.
They're not on Earth.
No, Ant-Man wasn't there with them, Trayvon, when they fought on Titan.
But somebody
he wasn't there. Yeah.
Somebody should have told him about it. So he could spread it, because I need
no one was
to
gonna.
What you need to do is get the fuck over it.
Here's the thing though. Here's why no one would have called Peter Quill out on it, right? It's because in that moment, you could have argued that Strange giving Thanos that last stone instead of just letting Tony die was also a mistake, right? It turned out good, but in the moment, you could have looked at that like, what the fuck are you doing?
Okay, I admit.
Even Tony said, bitch, you shouldn't let me die. Like
I said it was a petty thought because I actually like Strange.
I know. When you don't like people, Trayvon, you never have to tell us. You make it very clear.
So I hate seeing him right here.
I love it because I really do think Peter Quill, I'm going to be honest with you. I think there are only 3 characters in the MCU that I think have had massive growth. That's Thor, Stark, and Quill. Looking at them from their first movie to their most current one, or you know, the last time you've seen them, they've had massive growth spurts. Like Stark sacrificing himself at the end of Endgame, I don't think Iron Man 1 Stark would have done. I don't even think Iron Man 2 Stark would have done. I agree. But his maturity of gaining a family, gaining a wife, right? It changed him. Peter falling in love changed him. Then losing the love of his life changed him. Thor literally almost losing every blood relative that motherfucker owns changed and shaped him to be able to be a father now. So that's what I'm saying. I think those 3 have the
I don't think Peter has changed that much to me. Like
he's matured.
Did you not see it in the holiday special? The man seems drastically different in the holiday special. Then Guardians 1 is what I'm saying. Okay. That's what I'm trying to say. Because Guardians 1 you wouldn't look at and go, that's a future leader of the protectors of the universe.
I guess I just go right to him like mocking Thor in the ship in was it Endgame?
No.
He didn't lose his sense of humor.
I was gonna say no. He's still very immature. Childish. Yes, yes. But what me and Joel are trying to say is this man walking with this confidence, right, is not the man we entered with Guardians 1. He has grown since then, and I think it's because of the loss that he's suffered.
He's become the man he wanted to be in the
first
place.
Right. And even his conversation with Thor in Thor: Love and Thunder, when he's telling him like, "Hey, when you're down, you just got to look to the ones you love." That much growth in Quill, I don't think Guardians 1 Quill would have been able to give him. But this is a Quill that lost his dad in Yondu, lost a woman he loves, only to gain her back, only to lose her again in Gamora. Like, he's been through some shit, you know? And I think that's made him grow. So I think Stark, Quill, and Thor have definitely had the biggest, changes to them. Because really, Steve Rogers' biggest change was really just going, man, fuck the government. That was really his biggest change.
That's what he realizes. Am I on the right side?
Right, yeah, like, man, fuck the Fed, yo. Like, straight up. Like, that was really Cap's biggest change. So, but yeah, I think those are the three most biggest growths. Now, this is very interesting, seeing this utopia. Joel, you can speak more to this.
I was like, what?
You can speak more to this utopian world, Joel, from what's the High Evolutionary, right? This was in the comics.
Right. These are all animal-human hybrids that the High Evolutionary is prone to. Maybe that's why they look so like they've taken so many Earth customs, because they're using a lot of Earth animals. Mm-hmm. And that's why it looks like 70s Earth. It's like they're evolving slowly.
70s, 80s Earth, yeah.
Yeah, like it does look like a time before now, but our planet. Very much, very similar to our planet. Because even I think when they're flying in, you can see their version of the Statue of Liberty.
Right. Yep.
It's like, who the hell's designing shit here?
It's like this world you can kind of look at is like if Caesar succeeded and was never defeated. If Caesar won, this is what it would look like. Bunch of motherfuckers looking like this running around. But I wanted to ask you, Joel, because I know I'll forget a little later. But do you think it's too forward thinking to think that Kevin will connect the High Evolutionary to Mr. Sinister?
Yeah.
Too forward thinking? Okay, no problem.
I mean, the High Evolutionary was involved in a lot of shit in the comic books. He had connections to Wanda and them.
Right. And we think that might still be the case. But Mr. Sinister was like his boss to a degree.
High Evolutionaries, I don't think so.
You don't think so? So you don't think they'll visit that at all?
I don't know. It depends if the fucker makes it out alive. I'm not really sure.
That is very important. That is true. Okay. All right. I'm just saying because it's possible that when James wrote it, James wrote it a long time ago, he said, right? He wrote Guardians 3 a long time ago.
Yeah, it's been written.
Yeah, it's been.
Yeah, no.
This is hilarious. Like, why did you throw the ball so hard at that poor kid?
I threw a rock. He's such a
joke. They had those balls ready.
They sure did. They were scared.
Yeah, this right here tells me all I need to know right there. Boom.
Okay, so you do know that's a flashback, though, right?
I don't care.
Yeah, that's Baby Rocket.
That's Baby Rocket. They're showing us his lifespan. Done.
Well, remember, time out. To be fair, Trayvon, I'm not saying you're wrong when it comes to Rocket, right? That's a lot of people's thoughts. But to be fair, the only reason they're diving this far into his past is because they're going to connect his past to the High Evolutionary. They're going to say the High Evolutionary made
responsible.
Yeah. Right. So that's it's not like a movie that has nothing to do with Rocket's background, but we're digging into it because then you can go, oh yeah, they setting this motherfucker up. But it's directly tied to Rocket's rebirth, essentially. So to me, I didn't take that as like, oh shit, he might be going. I think when I saw the clip when they first leaked it a while back, it was out of context. So I'm like, oh shit, hell no, Rocket, damn dog. But now that I see it in its full, its full reveal, I can kind of connect the dots there. Now, I've never played this game, but people are joking that they look like Among Us. Do they look like Among Us?
They do look. You never seen the things?
I seen it, but when I saw the trailer, my mind didn't go there at all. So I saw people memeing it, and I was like, oh, I guess. Yeah.
I didn't go there for me either, but after they said it, oh, yeah, I can see it.
I will say
different colors.
The first thought I had was, I've seen Peter Quill in space, like open space, with just his helmet, and he could survive. What the fuck are they doing that requires a full-on spacesuit? That was the first thing I thought.
What the hell is this thing?
That's what I'm saying. That was my thought. I didn't think like the designs or anything. I thought more so,
just like
why does Quill need it?
Looks like some shit out of Peace. To me,
He's so stupid.
That's what it looked like.
So I love this shot. I love this shot right here. Hold on, not that one. This shot right here. Because it's just one of those things of like, you know what it reminds me of? Because we actually saw this. Fuck, what movie is it? Oh no, not superhero movie. You know, and I'm curious if they play it the same. This has Fast and Furious vibes written all over it. Where Letty comes back and she just keeps telling Dom, "I'm not the same Letty you remember," and he's just like, "Well, I love you," and she's like, "I remember now." It's like, wait, what? Like, what the fuck? So I'm curious. Are these moments going to start to kind of click? Because remember, these aren't her memories. So I'm like, at no point should she go, "Oh, I remember." How? These aren't your memories. Like, you never lived any of this shit you're looking at. So I am curious how they're going to kind of get her back into the fold, or will they break Quill's heart and she never fully goes back to him? She just becomes her own person.
Does she realize she's holding Polaroid?
That also.
Like, who the fuck uses those? Like,
now, I know a lot of people took this out of context. Nebula holding what looks to be Quill. A lot of people took that out of context.
I mean, I looked at it and I was like, they ain't killing him. Ugh, move on.
I don't know. You
gotta
let it go.
Like,
they're letting him live, if anybody.
Of course. Of course, Trayvon. Of course.
Character. I have a bigger issue with the fact that Drax now wears shirts. What the fuck is that all about?
Which is funny because I will also let people know in that same comic run that I'm referring to, when the Guardians all wore their uniforms, Drax never had a shirt on. He still never had. He had the pants and the boots, the matching pants.
Yeah,
never wore a shirt.
They all kind of matched at the end of the first Guardians. They're all wearing red.
Yeah, they did. It's just these specific suits are my favorites. Well, not these, but you know the ones we saw earlier.
The blue ones.
Those are more so like. I always looked at it more so as like their police uniforms.
Those are the concept. The one from the concept.
Right. No, but I'm saying the original ones, the one at the beginning, I look at as like a space police uniform. Like when you see that, you're like, "Oh shit, it's the Guardians of the Galaxy."
It's the Guardians. It's classic uniforms.
Right. But yeah, I didn't take this. I didn't take this as anything bad. I took this as like he might have gotten really drunk, and she had to carry him out, and they're just making it look dramatic as fuck. But no way the motherfucker's dead in this scene, and they're showing it in the trailer. Like, come on.
This just reminded me of. As soon as you said that,
man, this. No, go ahead, Trayvon. Go ahead.
Power Rangers Space Patrol Delta. That's all it reminds me of.
You know I love SPD. You know that's my shit. I love me some SPD. But this scene right here broke my heart because, again, talking about growth. Do you remember in Infinity War where Thor said, "I'm gonna go make my weapon," right? And Rocket said, "Oh, I've always heard of that place, but I didn't think it was real. I'll go with you." Remember what Quill said to him? He said, "I know why you want to go. Scared. You're just afraid. You don't want to face it. You just want to run." Right? So to come full circle of Rocket going, "Nah, fuck that, Quill. I'm tired of running, man. I'm tired of it." Like that I'd say that scene got me more than any scene in this trailer. It's just the growth of Rocket that always wants to kind of not be in the too big of things, right? Like I make weapons. I don't necessarily want to be in the thrill of the
I don't want to be the meat of it. No,
right. Yeah, I'll throw some grenades from a distance, but I'm not in that shit. So to see Rocket kind of going, him kind of going, "Nah, Quill, this is it, man. This is where I'm drawing the line. Let's go get this done."
This is it. You're right. This is it.
Oh, shut up, Trevor. You're not necessarily wrong, but shut up.
You're right.
Even if you're not, why do you want it so bad?
So this is the thing that they were falling into with the suits everyone was making fun of. Wait, I gotta go back a little bit.
Another black guy with a blue suit on.
Perfect.
This is the shot. So I don't know what that is. I don't know if they're in something that's in something. It looks like it, right? It looks like the asshole is.
It's a big asshole.
Hey, they exist out there. So yes, here we go. The High Evolutionary. Now, Joel, when it comes to the High Evolutionary, because I know you don't really care about villains at all, but you are very specific in detail of costumes and character, right? Is there a specific look you would have liked to see? I'm sorry, the High Evolutionary in, or is that one of the characters you don't really care what they do?
I don't care, but they could have been a little more traditional.
I just thought, to me, if you didn't want to do the skin color, he does kind of have like this quill thing at the top of his head. Yeah, I was like, it could have just, because to me, when I saw that, if you hadn't have told me, like, I'm sorry, if they hadn't have released that he was playing the High Evolutionary, I would have never guessed that's what that character was supposed to be. And I think sometimes
that's my problem when you make decisions like that. Like, I should be able to recognize the character
100%.
regardless.
Yep, and I think the MCU does that too many times throughout their history, is that you look at a character, and we may be able to piece it together, right? But there's a lot of people that have read comics that look at it and go, oh, I didn't know who the fuck that was supposed to be. Oh, okay. Well, no, Kang not wearing the...
Perfect.
Yeah, I was about to say, Kang not wearing the thing is a decision, but when he is wearing the thing, you can look right at him and go, Kang. Now, when he's not wearing the blue hue mask, it is a little... What the fuck are you supposed to be?
I'm being funny and petty. It's another black guy with a blue suit on.
Purple suit.
Oh, well, I will tell you this. The one difference is, Trayvon, is that the mask does somewhat
I'm just being
hide.
Funny. I know.
No, I'm saying the mask for Kang does somewhat hide Jonathan Majors' face. So you're always going to get without the mask so that they can fully show that man's
face. If his suit was more burgundy than purple, I'd be that much happier, because he's not purple in the comic. He's burgundy. Just like what they kind of did with Hawkeye in the first movie. His logo was like burgundy. I'm like, what do you do? Just go purple? Why get cute? And they got there with the ultimate red, and they went with the classic purple, and they made burgundy. I'm like, don't do stupid. Just stick with what works.
I wonder if they changed his color scheme because of there's so many different visuals, the massive visuals that movie's going to be producing. If the color didn't just hit right, because they have such explosive colors in that trailer. So I'm like, it could have gotten like the contrast of the tint maybe was off. I assume that, because I'm like, to me, why go halfway, right? Like, you're changing how the High Evolutionary looks, but why? It's a very simple look. You don't have to get cute with it.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it's not that serious. I don't know why they decided to go so drastically different.
Right. Yeah. This shot is also interesting because it looks like whatever thing they were going inside of, they're in it now. They're in it now. But what's confusing about them being in it now is those look like prison orange jumpsuits, not the colorful ones from the earlier in the shot, right? So I'm like, is this?
They got captured.
Oh no! You know what I'm thinking? I'm so stupid. That's like a spacesuit they were wearing. So maybe this is what's underneath it. So once they take it off when they get inside, this is probably what's underneath it, like what they're wearing underneath it.
Yeah,
that's probably that makes more sense. Yeah, that makes
more
sense.
It's weird that Gamora's there, but
Gamora's there. Maybe Gamora
was one of them. When you see the shot of them jumping, there's enough of them that fills this out. So you got Quill, Nebula, Gamora, Drax, and Mantis. Yeah,
they're all there.
That sounds about right. Yeah, sounds about right. Because it didn't look like anybody that looks like Groot or Rocket when they were floating through.
Or
Kraglin, right. But I think Kraglin is mainly just the pilot. I don't think he does a whole bunch of joining in on these fights.
I mean, he does have Arrow. He could.
But remember, he said he's still learning how to use that motherfucker.
I mean, fuck, man. You gotta give him some action.
Last thing you need is that motherfucker inexperience in the battlefield shooting your own teammates.
You got Mantis out there. You should be all right.
He'll prove himself at the end of the movie.
Oh, no, I guarantee you will.
Face the music. Yep, that scene right there. I was like, ooh.
I think that's also a flashback, Trayvon. We'll go back to it. Hold on. We'll go back to it. I think
so
this
will you be upset if he's not dead by the end of Guardians 3?
No, I'm okay.
Because this looks like, because you never see Rocket outside of the Guardians 1, where they had to strip down for prison. We've never seen Rocket outside of clothes. So this looks like he might be in a cage somewhere being worked on.
It
Right,
does
yeah.
now. When I look at it, yeah.
Yeah, it looks way
It does
younger.
look smaller, yeah.
Look like he shit everywhere. Pellets.
Or that's his food.
Or it could
Let's
be
go.
his food, right?
Yeah, let's go not gross.
But
Let's
they
go
look
Rocket
alike.
not
I don't know if
laying
you ever
his-
seen like fucking shit, what they eat and what they.
That is very true. I can't
kinda
even be
looks
mad
similar.
at you. That is very true. That is very true.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't like that. I guess because of the storyline that they're going with, they're doing it. I don't like how human he looks. I don't think I'll ever.
To me, he always
like
wore a
it.
mask anyway, but I don't know.
Well, the high evolutionary I'm picturing in my head has like that pink hue to his body. So it's not really like a mask.
like
It's just
pink
his
and
pink hue. Right.
His face and his arms all the same color. Only thing
Right,
just,
right.
Just, to me, it looks like he wears a mask, but that's just to me. I guess.
To me, this looks like, yeah. To me, I'll never get over that. But that won't affect how I feel about the movie overall. But that does bother me. That scene right there. Go ahead, tell us, Trayvon. Tell us who he's crying over, Trayvon.
I'm done saying it now.
I'm done.
Tell us who he's crying. You know what, Joel? I know our luck. We'll talk Trayvon into believing don't nobody die and watch them kill
Someone
half
might
of the
more
main
than one
cast.
person that died.
There's probably Gamora on this table, to be honest.
No. No way.
Like this.
No way you could have an emotional impact killing her twice in the span of her last three appearances. Last three appearances, you would have killed her twice.
He finally got her like him again. Did she die? Imagine.
To me, I would. And here's the crazy part, Trayvon.
Destroy his ass.
You ready for this? You ready for this, Trayvon? You ready for this? I saw Infinity War in the theaters twice. Both times packed house, right? All geeks both times. One was Thursday night, one was Friday night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got a reaction out of that movie except for when Thanos threw Gamora off that cliff. My theater said nothing both times. There was no, oh, what? Oh, nothing. So I'm like, all right, if that didn't have the impact that it should have, which I thought was a little forced for a character you didn't give us enough time with, like to explore her relationship with Thanos, why would you double down on that? Why would you go, all right, your third appearance in the last 2 movies or 3 movies, we're going to kill you twice. I don't think it would have any emotional impact.
Gunn is like, I need my chance to kill her, okay?
He had his. He helped the Russo brothers. Every director that directed their character helped out the Russo brothers with their characters.
But he's gonna do it in his own movie. I'm doing it in mine. I'm gonna kill it this time.
All right, well, it's a ballsy way to go out, James Gunn, if you choose to. I'm just saying, be careful. Joel, who's this character? This sea otter. Lila. That's in the comics, that was Rocket's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Princess Lila, or whatever. She was an otter.
Sea otter. What did I say?
Otter. Can we say otter?
Oh, I said that?
I think I thought.
You know what? It makes me sound smart. So yes, I did say it. Thank you. But I like this though for Rocket because it always seems like there was something missing from Rocket, right? Like Rocket is very much one of those people that has lost so much, so he rebels. But deep down, it's a fucking teddy bear, right? So I want to see a lot more softer side of Rocket, and I think Lila being brought into the fray gives that to us. So I think that's cool.
I wonder who does her voice.
You know what a lot of people are theorizing, right, Joel? It's what's her name that played Ratcatcher in Suicide Squad. Because remember, she has a undisclosed small role.
Daniela Melchior.
Okay.
So I'm like, that would be adorable if because she was so adorable in Suicide Squad. So I'm like, if there's anybody that could make a sea otter adorable, it'd be her.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people were going back and forth with Adam Warlock. Not necessarily. Some loved it. Some didn't like it. To me, for the people that didn't like it, I don't know what people were expecting. I won't lie. I won't try to get cute in front of you guys. I did want longer hair, but it's not like a deal breaker for me. But it's just that's what I vision when I think of Adam Warlock. And not long, like all the way down, but just longer than that. Is what I would have preferred, but it's not one of those things that I'm like a purist about. So, but that did like, I kind of wanted a longer hair, but fuck it, whatever. When do I get what I want? It's fucking MCU. But I am glad to have Adam Warlock. Now, Joel, I want you to kind of cue in our viewers here. What do you think the power set will be for Adam Warlock in the MCU? So not what you know it to be in the comics, because clearly a lot of that power was by the Infinity Stone in his fucking head. But since they chose to give it to Vision, what do you think his power set will be in the MCU?
That I do not know. In my opinion, it can easily just be them they get cute and do something different, you know. I'm not really sure what they're gonna do in terms of his powers. He's strong, so he'll be more physically superior than most people.
Right.
Like most are. He's definitely superhuman. But other than that, I mean, he might have some type of. I mean, he probably can regenerate and shit like that, but I don't really know. I really don't know. It really depends, because I don't know what that thing in his forehead, does it do anything at all, or is it just cosmetic?
Right.
It's cosmetic.
I will say this to dumb it down for our viewers. I will say, if I had to take a guess, this is not me trying to act like I know everything. This is just a guess. I would assume you can look at Adam Warlock as a different version of Vision, to where it's superhuman strength. You know what I'm saying? Invulnerability to certain shit, but I don't think they're gonna give him his cosmic powers that he had in the comics, because those cosmic powers made him damn near invincible. So the best way to make him usable in the MCU is to do to him what you just did to Vision: power that motherfucker all the way down. So I think it might just be he's just really fucking strong. Can fly. I know Trayvon will like that shit. At some point, he'll get his cape. Trayvon will also like that shit. Mm-hmm. But I don't think he'll have any of his cosmic powers. I don't think so.
He might be able to absorb energy. We'll see.
And redistribute it?
Possibly.
Okay. I can see that.
But energy manipulation in some capacity. Possibly.
Yeah. That I can accept.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
if
any cosmic power.
Yeah, his magic cosmic abilities. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to buy that. I mean, again, I haven't seen the movie, but
quantum
magic, no Infinity Stone would be.
Yeah, we'll see about the quantum
magic.
Yeah,
it's very. I don't know where they're going. Trayvon, you liking the look of Adam Warlock?
Yeah, you know. Happy for him, I guess, you know.
What don't you like?
Yes, clothes on, Juwan. Come on.
All he did was punch the ground. I was like, okay.
No, he didn't punch the ground. He punched Nebula.
Well, that's how they made it look.
Ouch.
So, you know.
I don't think that was a fake out scene. I think he punched the shit out of it. I'm going to be honest with you. Adam Warlock, fresh out of that cocoon, I don't think he understands you're not supposed to hit women. I think he's very much like, everybody gets these fucking hands. You know what I'm saying?
Golden hands.
I've read a lot about him. I'm just curious on like all the abilities that they're going to give him. So
am I.
I'll say this, Trayvon. I'll say this. I'm really hoping now that we have Adam Warlock, because this will give us an idea on where they'll go power-wise. You guys heard the rumors of what they're looking for in Thunderbolts. If it's from the Squadron Supreme, what's the guy with the cape? If it's Hyperion, we don't have a problem. He'll get powers because that'll be their way to separate him. Where I think he won't have powers is if that motherfucker in Thunderbolts turns out to be Sentry. If it's Sentry, there's no fucking way Adam Warlock has powers, because Sentry is almost drastically identical to some of the shit Adam Warlock could do. So you got to drastically showcase what's different between them.
Yeah.
And there's no way you can have Sentry and Adam Warlock in the same universe. There's just no fun. One of them has to be depowered.
You got to tone them both down. Ridiculous.
Because I'll say this, Trayvon. Remember, you know how I always talk about World War Hulk and how that's one of my favorite storylines ever? Hulk was killing the entire Marvel universe. The only being that could stop him was Sentry. Sentry, to be dead serious, and Joel can back me up, is almost the Goku of the fucking Marvel universe. Like, they ran out of things that could affect this motherfucker, but kept coming up with new things he could do.
He was a OP Superman. So imagine.
Yes. But Trayvon, he glows. So like his eyes glow yellow. That's why I always looked at him like Goku of the Marvel universe. Like this bitch is Super Saiyan right now.
He's like, you know what he is? He's you guys are too young, but the nuclear man from Superman 4. That's what I thought he was. He was a play on nuclear man. Yeah, he was. He looks just like him, man.
That is fair. That is fair. Trayvon, if you can find a picture of him, we'll bring it up here.
The costume's different, but he looks just like him.
But no, so I don't think Adam Warlock can have powers and Sentry have powers. So I'm really hoping it's Hyperion, and not Sentry, because that's a whole nother problem when Sentry gets involved. And not to mention, Joel, we still haven't even seen Silver Surfer yet. And that motherfucker is very cosmic and OP.
What about Wonder Man? Do we have him too?
Yeah, but Wonder Man is more so like, I think they'll just go, I think they'll give him a little bit of powers, but nothing and nowhere near what Adam Warlock could do. Because remember, Trayvon, Adam Warlock in the comics had an Infinity Stone in his head. But in the MCU, they gave that to Vision. So they gave the whole scheme of Warlock to Vision. So if they powered Vision down with a stone in his head, I can't imagine they're going to power this motherfucker up without one, right? That just wouldn't make sense to me, you know? So that's what I'm saying. I think it might be on the level of where White Vision is right now, where he's just super strong and can fly and shit. I think that's probably what we can look for.
Vision can still phase and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, well, no. I mean, that's more so like his AI, like the AI part of him. I mean, more so like his like superhero abilities to a degree. It's just really super strength and can fly, right? Everything else is more matter manipulation and shit like that.
Vision phasing is what he's known for. Like,
oh yes, more so, but I'm saying it's like Martian Manhunter. He's known for his shape shifting, but his actual, like, when you say superpowers, people go more so like he's as strong as Superman. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not. Right, John, yeah.
John is known for nowadays, at least for me. He's more known for his psychic powers, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, that also, yeah. So I don't know what they're going to do with Adam Warlock, but Will Poulter, I'm proud of you. You bulked up. You look great. Yeah. I need a cape. I'm sorry. I am a purist when it comes to that. There needs to be a fucking cape. It doesn't have to be at the beginning, but before the end of that movie, better be a fucking cape. And this is another suit that you got cute with. Adam Warlock's suit is very, very one-dimensional. It's very easy to do. And they went more armor-based. I'll never understand why MCU loves armor-based with some of these designs. You just don't have to.
I just need to see, the correct entrance of him coming out of that cocoon naked. Anyway, yeah, so let's move on. Yep, that's it.
That would be a gripe of yours, right? He's not naked.
Don't come out of that damn cocoon with this shit on. That's all I'm saying.
Goodness gracious.
That's it.
Now, a lot of people are theorizing that you don't have to make much of this scene when here.
He's punching.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll start with that. Yeah, I'll start with that.
Looks like he's wearing a cape.
Hold on. I'm going to go back. Sorry. I was trying to get it right in that moment. Yes, he is, Joel. I saw it. He is. See? This is why I love you, Joel. You know this is good shit for me. Thank you. He is wearing a cape. Now, for this scene, a lot of people are theorizing that there's no need to make a big deal out of it because she's an empath. So that scene might be connected to whatever Quill's crying about. She's feeling his pain. So she's just inherently crying also.
This is
you know what I'm saying?
Scene right here.
Why you say that?
These are edits. I feel like they're gonna they're all plugged in. They're all put in there. They're gonna recut something about at this part right here.
I want to know what the little thing is behind Mantis.
The little thing, Joel, will be what they sell plushie toys of when this comes
a new
out.
pet.
But I'll say this, Trayvon. The only reason why I'll push back on that is because this might be that, James Gunn always has those big scenes to where it's the moment where they all have to come together to face the threat. So this might be the walk up as they're about to fight somebody. I'm not saying this scene will end with all of them still being together, but I think this is that scene James Gunn is always known for, of the let's get ready to battle kind of thing. So I think this is a legit shot. Because I think I think it would be really unfortunate to end this movie and there's never a scene or a shot of all the Guardians together one last time. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be very unfair to the viewers if we don't get a shot like this of them all together. It doesn't have to be this one right here, but to not have one at all, I think would be very unfortunate, especially if this is our last time seeing them all together. But you're not wrong, because MCU does it all the time, where we look at scenes like this and we're like, oh, this is dope. And we watch the movie and it's just Quill. It's like, what the fuck? Like, where'd everybody else go? It's just Quill scene. So
I think that's why. not because of this like team. I do expect people to die, but that's not why I'm going off of
I get you.
Distress.
I get you. Yeah, I get you. I'm with you. I'm with you.
So, yeah.
All right, let's finish this out. I love this scene. Now, Trayvon, I told Joel this, so I know he's like, oh my god, I just heard it. But I will always be upset that James Gunn did not give Quill the elemental gun. Like, that would have been such a dope ass scene of all the elements coming out, that Quill's shooting out all these different elements and shit. But this is a dope scene, and now it makes sense to us. Go ahead, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was about to say, we don't, I mean, it could be changed, you know.
If it is changed, he changed his mind, because remember, he spoke on the elemental guns back in the first movie that he didn't want to do them.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, that was a decision he made to not do them. There are some Guardians comics, maybe one or two, where he has like just regular blasters, but he is known for, not now, because now kids only know the MCU Quill, but in the comics he was known for his elemental guns, shooting out ice, fire, I think lightning.
In the game he did it. In the game
he did it. He had to gain it. Like, it came, like the guns evolved.
That would have been dope if
that was cool.
If at the end of Guardians 2, like at the end of the movie, Quill found out, because now we know that Yondu gifted him the guns, right?
Right.
It would have been nice if Kraglin told him, like, at the end of Guardians 2, like, did he ever tell you what the guns could really do? And he's like, could really do? And he's like, yeah, it's like a button here. And it's like, oh shit! Like, that would have been pretty dope. But now I think it's too late. Now at this point, I think if a new director does a new set of Guardians movies, we might get that change there. But I think James Gunn has made it clear he had no interest in doing the elemental ones. Because to me, that would have been dope from the beginning. Why do you not do that? But I do like this shot of Groot, because what it does tell us is that James making him as bulky as he isn't to just make him look like fucking Vin Diesel, right? It's more so because he's hiding all of these extra limbs underneath. It's like a body armor that he's kind of lifting up, and all these
all I want
arms can come
is
out.
To see Groot's room, and it better have a bench in it.
No, it better have a poster of all the Guardians, and it just says Family Matters, and it's like, that's the Vin Diesel in you.
I want to see Groot do pull-ups.
And I thought this was hilarious. Drax always wanting to kill somebody.
That's not what he was wearing in the holiday special.
That is. It might, because remember, they said they shot it while they were filming this. So that might be like before they leave to go do a mission. That was what was happening in their downtime before they went. So, all right. So how we like this trailer? Trayvon, I'll start off with you. Did this add any excitement for you when it comes to this Guardians movie?
No, not necessarily. For me, it's just okay. Guardians are not my favorite thing in the MCU.
Okay, that's fine.
So it's like, yay, this is coming, but I'm not like, I can't wait. It's just like, cool. Can't wait to see what they do with it. I'm excited to see Adam Warlock. I don't know, just a lot surrounding this movie that I wish I couldn't let affect it. Like the things Batista said, you know, different things like that. So I just assume things are going to happen based off of comments. So
I don't think there's anything.
Tarnishes.
I don't think there's anything wrong with you assuming any of those. Me and Joel are just joking. Well, not necessarily joking. We're just saying you would be okay if this movie ended with no Drax, no Quill, and no Rocket. We're just saying no way you could take 3. 2 is more than I like. But 3? No.
I'm expecting a lot of changes. A lot of people. It's not gonna be. This team will not be the same after this movie. I 100% believe that. But that's why I don't plan on choosing who dies. So like, whatever happens, happens. I'm not gonna
I will say,
hoping one over the other.
I will throw out a name, Trayvon, that no one's been talking about that I think would have more so of a impact than, let's say, Drax dying in this movie. I'm going to throw you a name no one's talking about. I'm going to throw you Nebula. I'm going to throw you Nebula. Because remember, this Gamora that we're seeing right now did not have that emotional growth that our Gamora did. Because remember, this is the Gamora from before Guardians.
But she did have a talk with her in the ship before they came out there to stop her.
No, that's fair, but
stuff.
That's fair, but remember, that was more so Gamora always wanting to rebel against Thanos and seeing a version of her sister that finally is willing to do it with her. So I think that was more so just the familiarity of, I know who my sister is, right? But Guardians 2 was so important because in that cave, they broke down all their ideologies, all their hate, all their, disagreements, and they became sisters in that moment. So the fact that they don't have that, I could see Gamora losing her and feeling as though she lost her before she really got a chance to just bond with her. You know what I'm saying? So I could see Nebula being another name to go. So I could see this movie ending with Quill, Groot, and Kraglin and Mantis. Because me and Joel were saying before, there's a possibility maybe Gamora doesn't stay part of this team going forward. I could see her and Quill maybe going to do something else. Or I could see Gamora just wanting to do something else. But even still, I see 5 people out of this, what you said, 8, right, Joel?
So you think for these characters right here, or I guess the next time we see Guardians to be just in the team-up movies then. I doubt we'll get a Volume 4.
No, I think we will get another Guardians movie, but I think that new director will have a chance to form his own Guardians team, which is why I think if 3 are gone or 2 are gone, it gives him a chance to still change things around. You know what I'm saying? To kind of make it his own. Because that's what Joel was saying. The team should not look exactly like this if we do get a 4th movie. It should be different. Or else it's like, is James still directing these shits? Like, so I agree with Joel. That's what I'm saying. I could see 3 people going. And then you're down to 5. And then the new director, male or female, could choose what they want to change out of that current 5, right? They don't have to bring all 5 back, right?
Gotcha.
You could have different people do different things. So I think that might be where we're headed. So I just wanted to throw that out. I think Nebula might be another name that people are overlooking. Because I always look at Nebula and go, what is her place if there is no Gamora? And I still don't have an answer to that. Now, this movie might change all of that. But as it presently sits, I don't know what, like, you know what I'm saying? What are you doing with her? Like, you just gave me something with Mantis.
Make her an Avenger.
To solidify that.
I like Nebula. Make her an Avenger.
I wouldn't mind Nebula being really good friends with Rhodey. I felt like they connected pretty well in Endgame.
I don't know.
I think they connect.
Gonna settle down on Earth.
Well, I'm only saying that right now because I don't know what else their plans are space-wise. Like, if they announce something else, like Nova, right? If they announce Nova, I'm like, oh, shit, she could do something on Nova Corps.
You know, there's a lot of shit we know they're gonna do.
Right.
It's a matter of time.
Yep. But again, this movie could change that. But, I think Nebula is a name I think people are overlooking. But, Joel, did this do anything else for you? Or is your excitement was already through the roof?
I'm very excited. This help. I mean, did it help? Yeah, maybe a little bit, but I was already excited. So it's like, there's not much. I mean, it didn't show me enough new stuff for me to get more excited. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a fresher, clearer look at Adam Warlock, which was nice. We got a look at Lila. That was new. So, but other than that, more the same. We got to see the blue suits in the beginning. That was cool.
Yep.
But we know, like I know that it's like the beginning of the end for this team, so it's like it's very bittersweet. You're like, oh, we'll go in. It's gonna be very emotional. So damn, it's one of those movies where it's like I'm excited, but I'm also like
prepared to be heartbroken.
Yeah. Like Black
I
Panther.
totally get you.
Like,
yes, 100%. But I think this one's a little bit more different because it's like the Black Panther was more so of a goodbye to a person.
It's
right?
It's more emotional because it was like it's a real loss you're dealing
right.
with.
This
But
one is
like,
more so
it's
like,
still continuing. This might be
Right.
literally the last time we see
right.
some of these characters.
Right.
So to fuck.
Real quick, I want to ask you this. I know Trayvon's already made his thoughts clear. Who would you say has been your favorite out of this MCU cast of the Guardians? Like, what character has been your favorite? Joel.
Oh, it's to me.
Yeah, because Trayvon said the Guardians are very low on his list in the MCU.
My favorite Guardian? Peter. Peter was my favorite Guardian.
I agree. Peter's mine.
Peter, Rocket, Drax. I like them all, obviously. but
I love the team, but if I had to just take one of them, it would definitely be Peter. Peter's my guy.
Peter was my favorite.
Yeah, Peter's my guy. Sorry, Trayvon. But all right, guys. This has been our Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 trailer breakdown. We hope you guys are as excited for this movie as we are. Trust me, Trayvon will be fine. If Adam Warlock's naked coming out of that, he'll be okay. So don't you worry. But no, we are very excited for this movie. Very thankful to Kevin Feige and Marvel and Disney for dropping this trailer. So we got something to chew on to make it to February.
Yes,
all the way to February.
Long wait.
We appreciate that. Thank you guys. We hope you enjoyed this trailer breakdown. If you did, please leave us a like and a comment. Share with us down below who you think will be biting the bullet in this movie. What your favorite scene was. How Trayvon should stop killing heroes. Whatever your thoughts are, share them down below. Make sure you give us the thumbs up. And please make sure you're sharing and subscribing if you have not already. But until next time, guys. Peace.